Alrighty. So had a whole week off with the holiday week, July 4th. Um, had very. It was kind of a weird week. Let's zoom out into the 4 hour time frame so we could see it in. We could summarize it in just a few bars. Basically, the market went down. It was just chopping around for a little bit, and right before the holidays, and there's very little volume, so very little movement, and then it just plummeted. And as it was plummeting, it sliced through a couple of orders that I had pending at the 34,000. Just zoom in a little bit. The 34,000, which is right around here. You can see this 4 hour, one candle just destroyed everything that I had. And that was, I believe, on July 6th, right? These two orders right here, both losses. Um, but then I picked up a win by I obviously the trend had changed, and so I was no longer looking for buys. I from off of the 34,000, I actually took, I believe, a price or a sell at the 34,000. So I got stopped out at the 34,000, and when it retraced back up, I noticed that it was uh, just about a 50% retracement to this giant bar, this giant 4 hour bar that also happened to coincide with the major level 34,000. So you have all this negative momentum, all this downward momentum. Um, that was enough evidence for me to take a sell at 34,000, and you can see I still even have this sell. It was a 34,075 that never got hit. This was a win. It also let's see. But then I saw that we had some divergence, but it happened on the smaller time frame, an hourly time frame. You can see that we have lower lows and higher lows in the RSI, lower lows in price, and that's when I think I started noticing it right after this bar right here. Uh, or maybe it was a little bit before on the 30 minute. I don't entirely remember because this platform, unlike TradingView, which I love the most, doesn't indicate which bar the order got entered on. Maybe there's a setting or something or an add-on that can tell me that, but the vanilla app doesn't have that, so I have to just kind of guess when that was. No, I mean, I don't have to guess. It says in the history right here. So I got in on July 7th, and then I got, which was a Friday, and then I got stopped out of it earlier this morning. Um, so yeah, this it was probably this bar actually. So I got in on it at the end of the day. So the end of the day Friday was, it gave me a win because I played the 34,000 down to the 33,750 perfectly right there. It's textbook retracement and trend continuation. However, then I immediately went back that up with a counter trend trade because of the divergence. But with the divergence, it did eat up one of my orders before the second one worked, which is okay, which is fine. That's part of why we have backup orders. So my backup order at 33,675 held up pretty good. I mean, just for funsies, we can see how close I was. I was 8 points. The low was 33,608. I was 8 points away from getting stopped out. That would have been a heart wrenching, kind of like intense, anxiety inducing type of roller coaster ride to be that close to a stop out or back to back losses. But this is why I don't pay attention to the markets all day long, because I want to spare my own psyche from that kind of torment. I was bullish enough, right? It's still counter trend, so I'm not saying this is a trend reversal, but I was bullish enough with the divergence that revealed itself that I felt pretty good with both the 750 and the 675. And if they both happen to lose, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just playing just playing the strategy, just playing what I'm being shown. Luckily for me, it picked up almost exactly 250 points here. Let's see what the high was for this candle, where it took me into profit, which I can. How do I? Usually, if you hover over the candle, it gives you information about it, but it's not doing that for me right now. See, I hate this app sometimes. Um, but whatever it is, it hit me. It hit profit at 33,925 exactly. So perfect, right? Exactly $100. Um, what I'm finding now is like they must be taking. Oh, here it is. I was curious what their fees were, and I guess it's categorized under swap, or it's categorized somewhere else. It's not exactly showing it to me right now. This is just this is raw profit. This is raw profit before they take fees out of it, but it's not exactly 100%. So right now, I'm back to 15,700 something, just a couple of wins away from hitting target. After which, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know if I'm going to continue to trade off of this evaluation. I might slap on an EA and let this be an automated trading thing if they'll allow me to do that, because Lux is kind of stingy on what they allow and what they don't allow before and after and during an evaluation. They're actually probably some of the stingiest that I've ever seen when it comes to prop firm rules and just giving you real capital to work with. But they also have the best scaling I've ever seen, so maybe that kind of stinginess and scrutiny is warranted. We'll see where it goes. Well, I mean, I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch. This is something that I'll deal with once I pass 15,900 right here, and that'll mark the second time I actually passed this evaluation. The first time they didn't say, they said that it was too messy of a strategy and too many different assets combined into one, because I was trading forex, commodities, indices, all in gold, I believe, which is technically a commodity, all at once. And they're like, you can't trade three different things at once. You have to stick to the one. So this one is actually taking a lot longer, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better at it. Right, the adapting to the constraints of this particular prop firm's challenge has actually allowed me to learn a few things that I may not have learned otherwise. So everything's good. Everything's a learning experience, and hopefully this